Okay, in this video, we're going to take a really quick look at the WordPress dashboard. I'm going to give you a rapid tour just through some of the menu items so you can tell what everything's about, and this will give you a really high-level, quick overview of what you're looking at. So I've created an example site here for a fictional business called Jimmy's Bakery, and we're going to just walk through the dashboard. This is the default homepage of the WordPress dashboard, and I'm logged in as the user Jimmy. You can see we got Jimmy here. Now, first thing in the dashboard, if you want to check out the site, you can go visit site, just hover over the site name, and that's what the site looks like right now. It's really basic. So we're going to go back to the, just hit the back button to go back to the admin panel, and we see home, which takes you to the home page of the dashboard, and there's the update button here, which tells you that if there are any new updates to WordPress. It's always good to keep your WordPress install up to date so that you have the best security. The next thing we see is the post button. Now, posts are for your blog posts, kind of your rolling news items, as opposed to pages, which are more permanent in nature. Posts are permanent, but pages are stuff that stays static, like your About Me page, whereas posts are things like news items or current events type of things. That's typically how most people use posts. So you can look at all your posts. You can add new posts. You can look at what categories you have and the different tags that exist for helping to just sort of categorize and sort your posts by tags. Categories sort of works the same way as well. On the left, we've got your media library, which is where you store all your images for your website as well as videos. You can use this to upload new media, and you can use it to access existing media that you're already storing on your WordPress site. For example, you can take one image, upload it to your media library, and then use it in as many different places as you want to throughout your site. We'll look at that more later on. Pages are more permanent in nature. You can view all your pages. You can add a new page by using the Pages link. Comments that's where you go to manage comments that people have made on your blog post. You can turn comments off, not allowing people to comment. There is a lot of spam with comments, with people trying to get links back to their site because they think it's going to help their search engine optimization. So you want to keep an eye on your comments. And later we're going to look at installing a plugin called Akismet, which is basically helps you stop getting spam to your website. It takes a little bit of work to set it up, but it's definitely worth doing, because if you just leave comments open, you'll get tons of spam comments. Make sure that they're not approved by default. Appearance is where we control the look of our site. We have things for controlling the header, the background, the menus, and the widgets, which is little areas of customized content and functionality. We'll look at widgets later on. And themes, which is kind of the suit of clothes that your WordPress is wearing. It helps control the overall look and feel of your WordPress. We'll look at themes in more detail later. Plugins are little pieces of software that you can install to extend the functionality of your WordPress blog or website, and there's a lot of great things you can do with plugins. Users is if you have multiple people who are adding content to your site, you can assign different users and give them different levels of access. The top level user is your administrator, and the administrator can add users and take away users. And then you can have people who can just read the site. You can have people who can contribute to the site, and all kinds of different levels of users. That's for people who are working collaboratively together on a WordPress site. Tools, there's a bunch of different tools available. Some of the most important stuff that you can use this for is importing content from other areas. So if you have a different blog and you want to move it into WordPress, you can do that using tools. And you can also export for the purpose of backing up or moving from one WordPress site to another. You can export your content from this site. Settings is really important. There's a bunch of different settings that we'll want to take care of as we're setting up a WordPress website for the first time. We'll get into that in more detail later. But that's your basic tour of the WordPress dashboard. Again, it's always important to make sure that you're on the latest version of WordPress, and we'll get into more of the details of what you can do with some of these different tools and settings in future video tutorials. Thanks for watching.